I'm Amy, I'm living at Chrysalis, and happy birthday to my friend Anya Stamper. I've got a surprise for you. Let's get to it. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, me and whoever else is watching. But many of you may have seen my friend Anya Stamper, whether you've seen her channel, in the comments, in the live chats, but this little video is for her birthday. Now we have a rather large collaboration where we're all doing looks inspired by Anya's particular makeup style. So last count, there were 20 of us doing this, so this should be quite the long playlist, which will be linked below after I get the lipstick off my tooth. I'm going to need you to do a couple things. First off, do check out Anya's channel, which will be linked below. Also, please check out the playlist because there are lots of fantastic people joining in on this collab, and I think it would be great to see everybody's videos. The third thing, of course, is to feed the beast. Yes, that is like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. If you have some time, go into my playlist, hit the one that says all. Anya has a very colorful and artistic style. So in order to aid me in my tribute look, I pulled out my Rebel Rouge Labs using my Religion palette. The fun thing about this is the sleeve artwork is actually different than the palette artwork, which is why I kept the sleeve. Usually I just chuck them. I'm going to go with a very artistic sort of editorial look, and this is why I chose this palette. Look at these fabulous bright colors. And I've actually pulled out some different brushes than the ones I normally use because I'm not doing it my style. I'm going to try hers. I do have some Urban Decay primer potion on, but I'm not using a setting shade, as in I'm not using a shade similar to my skin color to place over it. While that does assist blending, that's not the look I'm going for here. I'm going to start with Number One Crush, which is a beautiful sort of pink color, but it's very deep. And I'm going a bit blocky with it because often Anya will do these very sort of sculptural looks. So I'm trying to kind of go with that theme. Okay, well, that's bigger than I intended, but that's okay. I'll make it work. I do love this color. I should really wear it more. Well, I should wear all my palettes more, but I've been stuck at home for so long. It's pretty much, unless I'm actually going out or I'm filming or doing a live, really. I haven't even been filming lately. I tend to just be very plain. Actually, a lot of times, even if I'm just going to run errands, I'm very plain. I haven't been doing much makeup lately. I don't know. I think the whole lack of routine has kind of thrown me off. My skincare has definitely suffered as well. Okay, I'm going to go a bit further here. I'm going to really try these. Okay, let's. Alrighty, here we go. Once I'm done with this, I have to wake my kid up. Because of course, up all night, sleep all day. Typical teenager. But I'm giving him a bit of a break because it's midwinter break, so he doesn't have school this week. But we need to start getting him ready for school next week, and I need to start getting ready for school next week because unless there's a surprise at my doctor's appointments, I'm going to be going back to work. I know, right? I've liked being home. But I hate being broke, so there's that. Go into Docs, which is, it's kind of like if purple and oxblood had a baby. So it's not quite red enough to be oxblood, although they called it an oxblood in their description, but sorry. Sorry, sis. Sorry, Marianne. She's the brand owner. It's not quite oxblood. It's a little too purple for that. Oh, speaking of oxblood, one thing I have been on the search for a great many years, and I can't seem to find in women's shoes, and I don't know why, is a good pair of oxblood dress shoes, especially that aren't sky-high heels, because I can't do it. Even without my foot problems, I can't do sky-high heels because my feet are small, which is funny because I have big legs and my ankles actually go out instead of in. It's freakish. And then I have these little itty bitty feet. So at best I have piano legs. And that's just not a great look for very high heels. Of course, that's also why I wear pants all the time. I almost never wear skirts. And when I do, they're usually to the floor. I'm still waiting for hoop skirts to come back. Just everything from the waist down is just, let's just not. Okay, I'm just going to go in a little further here, I think. I'm going to go with sort of a, it's funny, I'm using this 90s inspired palette for sort of an 80s inspired pattern. You know, the sort of intersecting triangles. Going all helter-skelter at different angles. Okay, maybe helter-skelter isn't the best use of things. I didn't mean in the Charles Manson sense, I swear. This one is still having a couple of issues. Let me work on that a little bit more as my line keeps going further and further in. Right. Okay, hopefully I can make up the rest with other eyeshadows. I think I'm going to go into Cornflake Girl. Or should I do something brighter? Oh, I know. I'm going to go into Even Flow. Okay, not that brush, not that brush. What else do I have? Aha, here we go. I can do this one. It's insanely bright green. Ah! See, after I'm done filming this, I have huge plans. Yes, my plans are to wake up the boy, do the dishes, and take a shower. Because I don't have a crazy party to go to where this look would actually be appropriate. And it's kind of funny because even though I had the homemade clothes as a kid, and I know I've talked about that before, but my mom was always very insistent on us being appropriately dressed for whatever occasion. We weren't churchgoers, but on the occasions we did go to church, my mom would have been horrified at the thought of just going as you are. I mean, I know a lot of churches do that, and I think it's, it's a really nice move. But my mother would have been absolutely horrified. So we would wear either dress pants, but usually dresses, because dresses were easy for her to whip up. They're much easier to deal with than pants as far as making something quick for an occasion. Yeah, actually I remember my sister was a bit surprised that I wore pants to my mother's memorial service, but it's what I brought. And they were dress pants. So it still works. Out of this palette, I would say that Rex Manning, Wyland, and Sherbrooke are, oh, and Doll Parts are the most typical colors, the ones that you see in a lot of palettes, so I'm not going to wear those. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to use Baby Doll, which is this beautiful, it's like a dreamsicle shimmer. So I'm going to go into that for my arch area. All right, let me bring some of that up, grab some powder. Here we go. Okay, I picked just the right brush for this, and I can bring it up and be very, very detailed here. Oh yeah, that's gonna work quite nicely, I think. This is so different for me. This is kind of fun. Okay. Do the other one. What? When I wake my son up, he'll think he came out of some sort of nightmare. What? He's not a fan of some of my looks. I think he and my husband both pretty much like me looking a certain way, you know, my more typical way. And I think sometimes that new things disturb them. All right, I'm going to do the things and I'll be right back. I'm going to go do the things. I'll be right back. Not quite finished yet, but I got to sweep off a little fallout. I'm really glad I used the primer with no setting shade because it really gave these shadows something to stick to. Speaking of sticking, I've got to hit a couple of spots here. Mostly to kind of sharpen up these lines a little bit. Is that some more fallout? I think it is. Or is that a shadow? I've got to get some lighting for back here. I've got a couple lamps out there now, but I can see I've got to find something to stick behind me. The challenges of video. The visual format. I've done the things. Here's the final look. Do let me know what you think below, and of course make sure to check out Anya's channel and the other collaborators' channels. And thank you so much for watching, supporting the channel. Happy birthday, Anya, and I'll see y'all very soon.